Hello, friends. Today again I am before you to discuss yesterday's case study. We'll first discuss and then try to understand what can be a model answer for that case study in about 250 words as required by UPSC. So the case study was a regulator or a senior officer from the telecom regulator joins a telecom giant post retirement. Public litigation, interest litigation is filed. What ethical precedents must be established? So basically, if you see this question, uh, it is not being asked that what action you will take, basically. What is being asked is what ethical precedents must be established. So basically, uh, your suggestion is being asked because definitely senior officer is retiring and joining a telegram regulator may not be in your jurisdiction to take action basically. So what is being asked is what recommendations you will give with respect to ethical precedents which must be established. So this is the crux of the question with respect to case study. Now let us see what we are going to write. Now in first introduction, we will again start with a very engaging sentence and then we will try to sum up what is the case and what action we are going to take in subsequent steps or what action we are going to actually recommend in subsequent steps. That's what we are going to tell. So when a regulator joins the very firms they one supervise, public trust is the first casualty. So this is very, very catchy and engaging statement. And this itself shows what is our going recommendation going to be, because we are saying that this is public trust is being violated and it has become first casualty. Now, the case study is basically briefly mentioned and then what action we want to propose, that is also mentioned. A retired TRAI is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. So they are telecom regulator basically. So a retired TRAI official's appointment to a leading telecom company has triggered a public legal interest litigation, raising serious concerns of regulatory capture and conflict of interest. So this is again a issue of conflict of interest also, and potential misuse of confidential data also, because this is also important. While not explicitly illegal, such transitions undermine the ethical foundation of public service. Why it is not explicitly illegal? Because there are no laws prohibiting that. And after retirement, that fellow is free to join. So he has joined. So there is no explicit illegality in that. But yes, it is violating ethical foundation of public service. And it is also a case of conflict of interest and potential misuse of the confidential data is also possible, because he is aware of the a lot of confidential information and data which he can use for the benefit of that regulator. So now let us see what will be the different kinds of recommendations. Now, first from ethical point of view, we'll examine. Now, this move violates John Rawls' theory of justice. So first we are quoting John Rawls, which emphasizes institutional impartiality, because John Rawls has very, very specific regarding institutional impartiality. And it also violates Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative, deontological ethics, which prohibits using public office as a means to private ends. And then third ethical thinker we are quoting, Aristotle's virtue ethics. That is especially Sophrosin, that is moral restraint, is breached when regulators cross over into corporate entities they once governed. So all three ethical theories, whether it is John Rawls or Immanuel Kant or Aristotle, say that this is ethically wrong step has been taken. Now, what are the legal and institutional concerns? Let us understand that also. Now, there are All India Service Conduct Rules, 1968. These rules permit post-retirement roles with prior sanction. Now, such practices erode public confidence. It also conflicts with Central Vigilance Commission guidelines on avoiding post-retirement conflicts and undermines the equality principle enshrined under Article 14 of the Constitution. So, all three guidelines have also been violated. Now, what are ethical precedents to be set? Now, this is the main recommendation which we actually asked in the question, which we are going to give. Enforce a statutory cooling off period of minimum 2 years under DOPT guidelines across regulators, TRAI, SEBI, RBI, etc. Because this guidelines of 2 years cooling is already there for all India service officers, but these guidelines are not for regulators. So the recommendation is you implement this guideline for all regulators, TRAI, SEBI, RBI, and other regulators also. Then require advanced disclosure of employment negotiations in the final year of service. Where he wants to go, let that fellow disclose it, so that accordingly action can be taken for allotting the work to that person, or at least the government should know where he is going and what he is doing at present. Then establish a public ethics oversight commission to review sensitive appointments. Third is codify a uniform conflict of interest framework for all senior officials. So these are the ethical framework which has been asked. So if you see the question, what ethical precedents must be established? So these are the ethical precedents which must be established, which have been listed here. Now, in conclusion, as Paul H. Appleby rightly said, public administration is not merely technical, it is ethical as well. To preserve democratic legitimacy, the revolving door must be checked by law, ethics, and institutional vigilance. So this is again important. Because otherwise, from one door he will enter, from other door he will exit. And again he will try to influence from where he has come. So now this completes the model answer for this case study. Now let us see what question we will be taking up tomorrow. Is emotional intelligence merely a soft skill or a core administrative competence? Discuss with examples. So is emotional intelligence merely a soft skill or a core administrative competence? Discuss with examples. Now, again, I just want to tell you, last 2-3 questions also were from emotional intelligence. So at this point of time, we are dealing with emotional intelligence chapter. Subsequently, other chapters also will be covered. So don't worry, because you will find question from one chapter only. At least 8 to 10 questions we have taken from each chapter. So accordingly, this is emotional intelligence chapter is continuing. So repeatedly you will find questions related to emotional intelligence. So first we can understand that, and then subsequently other chapters also can be taken. However, again, I am requesting, if you want me to take any question, theoretical question or any case study specifically, please mention in the comment box. I will try to discuss, explain in my next videos very soon as I get some request from the various candidates of civil service exam. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet again tomorrow with the I will discuss the question which we have given on emotional intelligence. Thank you, one and all.